Hey gamers, Tony here from the ClassicLeague.com gaming and electronic podcast, also working with G2PO.com, and today I am doing another iOS app review, recording it with the HAUPPAUGE HD PVR 2 and the iPad 2. The game I'm reviewing today for iOS is FIFA 13 from EA Mobile. It's a $6.99 universal app in the App Store that offers cloud saves for manager and season mode, allowing you to continue no matter what iOS device you're on. Let's get to the gameplay aspects and the features of this game. As you know, I reviewed FIFA 12 last year on the iOS platform and gave it a high recommendation, but was very disappointed in one major factor: the lack of online multiplayer at release. Well, EA Mobile has promised to remedy that in FIFA 13 for iOS, as well as give us a lot more reasons to love their mobile version of football. So let's review it and see what we think. FIFA 13 is a complete package mobile version of the blockbuster franchise, containing over 30 leagues, 500 teams, and 15,000 plus real players in the game, all in the palm of your hand. EA Mobile has cleaned up the interface of this title, offering 4 main modes: the Quick Match mode, which allows you to play a fast game, practice game, or goal shootout; the Tournament mode, which allows you to play an elite championship tournament with one of your favorite leagues from around the globe; the Manager mode, which allows you to play a full season and manage all aspects of your team, from players, injuries, and financial parts; and then the Online mode, which allows for a quick match against any random opponent across the globe, or online against a friend. Now, I do want to mention you can also play a local match with another friend on the same screen. If you both have an iPhone and iPod Touch, you can connect them, use them as controllers, and play on the same iPad screen, which is a really cool feature that they implemented last year but really improved on a lot from last year's version. Now, Origin support is back and wins out over Game Center, which is kind of a bummer since Game Center achievements are kind of at the center of Apple's device at this point. EA also has implemented a new Club Central feature, which allows you to level up and see how you rank in the world, and also complete challenges from football history. Now, this is implemented very well, and you can gain access to XP so you can level up across all game modes, which is a really nice feature, and I've really enjoyed the club feature so far. Now, another improvement to this year's game includes improved slide controls for defense, passing, skill moves, and shooting. Now, you still use a virtual stick on the left to move and virtual buttons on the right to defend or play offense, and the buttons use slide controls with a grid. For example, when I want to execute a skill move on offense, I hold in the skill button and a grid appears, and I can make multiple moves on the grid, and when I release it, the player mimics those moves on the field with the skill. This is all done on the fly and works really well, and it adds a new level of precision to the touch device FIFA series. Sure, there's still touch controls, but great strides have been made to make them work well with this game. EA Mobile also went overboard in a good way to allow you a lot more options. There are now live roster updates to make sure every team is up to date. There are club updates. You can also adjust controls to fit your needs. Even if you're left-handed, they have options for that. Even if you want a floating joystick, they have options for that. And now you can even upload your replays directly to YouTube when you sign into your YouTube account, which is really awesome. So let's get to the crux of my review, what I like and dislike. Well, first of all, to what I like. I definitely like the updated graphics. The fields, player models, and animations and cutscenes all have been updated from 12, and they look great. Sure, it's still a mobile game, but it's definitely a solid improvement from last year. I also really like the addition of online multiplayer. This is a must-have for iOS games now, and EA delivers. You can compete around the world or play friends, and it just works. I also like the amount of content and effort placed into upgrading this year's title. $6.99 is a steal for this game. You get all the updates, a clean interface, online mode, manager mode, and cloud saves, and a lot of game for a little price to a very addictive series. The controls are also great. Like I said, they are touch controls, but the slide controls are improved over last year with new features, and it really works well. You can even on defense hit a second defender button to have a second person come and shadow you and really help you play defense so you can defend well against the goal. I also really like upgrades to the difficulty levels. There was a lot of complaints that last year's version was too easy, and now there are 4 difficulty levels in this year's game, and they really help both beginners and seasoned veterans find a sweet spot in this year's title, so the game's challenging for them. The only thing I dislike, and it's a small complaint, but I just dislike the lack of Game Center support. Origin is really nice and it works for EA, but Game Center is the standard and everyone wants those achievements, so either they're adding it later, but for now I didn't see it anywhere. In conclusion, FIFA 13 for the iOS platform is the best portable version of the sports series to date. If you're a fan of the console Big Brother, and if you have an iOS device, you will not want to hesitate to pick this one up today. We highly recommend it here at Classic Elite. Once again, this has been Tony from the ClassicElite.com Gaming Electronic Podcast. If you have a like, give it to us. If you want a favorite, go ahead and make sure you subscribe. And check us all out also at g2bo.com. Have a great day.